Welcome everyone to Infection Free Zone. This game is an RTS post-apocalyptic survival game. If Command and Conquer and I Am Legend were mashed up together, this would be the game. It's got a lot of really neat features to it. Let's kind of get in here real quick. It does have some recommended maps, which basically give you a starting point and you go from there. They just recently did an update which added the Atlanta, USA map here. And this will be your playing area. But here's the nifty thing about it. Let's go back. And which city do we want to try and play in? Let's say, well, I'm from Colorado. Let's go Grand Junction. Search it up. This is the nifty thing. The game pulls the maps from Google. The placement of the buildings and the shapes and the heights, they still got a few little quirks, but you basically can type in wherever you're at, wherever you want to be, and select your starting area. The preloaded maps, they're already preloaded. They give you a place to start and everything. It's already preset for you. But if you do the search like I just did, you get to choose wherever you want to be. Start over here at Lincoln Park. Now let's get this generated up. Okay, we got the map all pulled up, generated. What you get to do when you generate your own map is place your headquarters that you want it to be. Oh, just for giggles, let's go ahead and start our... Let's start here in the baseball stadium. Yes, I want to start in that building. Confirm it, not cancel it. Okay, we'll just go ahead and pause this here because there is a lot of tutorial stuff that keeps popping up. The developers did a good job in having these little pop-up transmissions that help kind of give you some guidance and the tutorial pieces. And also they give you like little events or key moments of the game. This is still early access. I mean really early access. This went up on starter sometime before December of 2023, and I was able to basically get the early access as a birthday present. So I did pay for it. It's not like the developer said, hey, here you go, happy birthday. I just like the concept of this game, and I do enjoy a slower paced thing, having some control. It's still got some creativeness to it, but let's get a little further in here. The scavenge view just basically tells you, basically, is it a mystery building? You don't know what you're going to get out of it. Like groceries. Oh, there's some books right here. That will come into play later on. There's Mesa College, which that's about right. You don't know what kind of education you're going to get out of it. But the stadium, I know what it's supposed to look like. So with the map generator, it's doing a fairly decent job in saying, okay, there's a structure here. These are actually bleachers. This is the Stoker Stadium, football stadium. So these are actually bleachers and stuff, but it has it marked as a building. Some of the other buildings, I think one person was doing a map on the pyramids in Egypt. And instead of them being actual pyramids, it was just big square blocks. The map generator, sometimes it gets a little confused on what Google is telling it is there, but for the most part, that's how it looks. That's the shape of it. That's how it looks. And since we're already out here, this is how far out you can zoom and take a look at your playable area. Your playable area is this solid green line where you selected the center as your starting point. So you can kind of plan and map out and go where you want. Get down here. And that's about as far in as you can zoom in. It's not a ground level type of game because you're managing the post apocalypse, kind of falling in line with I Am Legend, where it's a mad virus. They're not zombies; they're an enraged, feral virus that took over the population. So, without giving away too much of the story, you're basically coming out of bunkers with the other survivors that you have, which we selected 40, and you're reclaiming. You're not building buildings. I mean, yeah, there are some structures that you're going to build, but you're not rebuilding a whole building. You're going to repurpose buildings. Go ahead and make a couple of the squads.
Ready for action. Operator.
So with your squads, you're going to be doing your searching and security and such, and they're the ones that are going to go out and go through the buildings. You have the rest of your population. So since we created 2 other squads of 4, it brought down our workable force down to 28. So just because I know what's about to happen, select gathering wood around the immediate area, and we're going to gather metal around the immediate area. And those are the resources that you're going to need in order to refortify the repurposed structures that you come across. So with squad 1,
reporting.
And you can tell them by right-clicking, I want you to go over here.
Let's do it.
And then by holding, I think it's left shift. And then you can path, basically give them advanced orders on which buildings to search after that. And let's get over to squad 2.
Operator.
Get you over there and back over here. You only have a starting amount of weapons. So with squad 3, I have 2 pistols, and the other 2 people in the squad, they don't have any other weapons other than melee, which melee does not hold up to the infected as well. They're going to get hurt real quick. So basically, just for security reasons, I want to leave squad 3 here. And let's get this going. And there they go. As your squads go out and they search the buildings, as you can see the little blue bar at the bottom of the squads, as they're searching, there's a progress bar. If they find anything, they're going to hold on to it. If they find too much to the where they cannot carry, they're going to bring it back to the base and then go back and search some more. And you have full control of them. You can tell them to stop searching now. You can tell them, hey, I want you to go stand over here and pick your nose.
There's nothing left.
And with these mystery buildings, you could find weapons, ammunition, which ammunition does come in pivotal later on. This is the part where you get the tutorial of, okay, we need to repurpose buildings. So over here in your buildings tab, they want us to repurpose a building for shelter. And if the building's too big, they're gonna queue you as part of the tutorial to go in there, cancel your repurpose, and then you can click and drag and say, okay, I only want to repurpose this much. But I think there's still a little bit being worked on by the developers, because even though you say I only want to do half of this for housing and then the other half for warehouse, I think that's the intent, but I don't think it really works. And just because I know it's going to be coming up, we are going to need to build a wooden tower. Here you have an option to either automatically have everyone head back at nighttime, or your squads can stay out and continue their missions, which I'm going to have them continue. So basically, if they're unarmed, if they're not part of a squad, they're going to go back to headquarters, no questions asked. Now, another thing you can do, if you have a big building such as this one, you can have multiple squads search that building, and it will search faster.
Building clear.
Oh, here it is, nighttime.
Sir, just saw a group of infected. They might not be aware of our presence yet.
Okay, do we want to try and hide or get ready? My military mindset says get ready.
Get ready to fight.
Now, this is just a random roaming group of infected. If your people have a building, or if they're outside of a building close enough to the infected will go and aggro on them. But
Hostiles inbound.
like they might just about to be doing right now. Oh, they're attacking that building.
Operator, let's do it.
Wonder if we can get them inside.
There are some infected around here.
Because what they're going to do is that they're going to attack that building and then tear it down, which we won't be able to repurpose it. So if we can lead them over. There we go.
On my way.
Let's get them out. See, as soon as they're outside, they start trying to attack the people that are outside. But here's the thing. Even though your personnel are inside the building, if you see this green area, this circle, that's their attack radius. Different weapons will give you either a larger or smaller radius. If you're inside of a building, I tested this on Mile High Stadium in Denver. Just because your squads are inside the building doesn't mean that they're going to shoot within a radius from the building. They still only have a radius that they can engage. So you got to take that into account when you're picking your headquarters. If you're able to take a large building and build up your defenses around it, then yeah, it works great because you have a lot of storage, you have a lot of living space, but it's a lot easier. I'll say easier for you to pick a smaller building where your personnel can engage and fully defend it. Now, the infected only come out at night, and when it becomes daytime, which it's going to be here in a little bit, like this horde out here, if they don't come and engage us, they're going to pick a building and they're going to go hide during the day. If you want, you can send your squads to go and engage them inside that building and clear them out. Oh, looks like they're going to come in at us. So if they wouldn't have come down here, they would have went inside a building. The old trick was to pop in your squad, shoot 3-4 times, pop your squad back out, which the developers referred to as bouncing. Evidently, this last update was to kind of prevent that. So it'll be interesting to see. Not sure we'll get to it this playthrough. We'll see if any of y'all want to see more of this.
Chief, there are signs of smoke. It's coming out of a building. I think there might be some people there. I recommend we go and investigate.
Let's investigate.
All right. So let's get down. Not down. Let's get Squad 2.
Reporting.
Squad 2, let's have them come over here and check on the smoke. There's these little events. I'll refer to them as events, that it gives you the opportunity to gain more survivors in your community, or There are some hostile survivors out there. There are people that are walking around, other survivors that want to become part of your community here. So there's little events that keep popping up, and some of it is story based or kind of storyline. Not, I won't say story based. Not sure how far they've gotten in within a storyline, but let's see how many we find in here. Okay, you have an option to either leave them or accept them. Let's accept them.
Bring them in.
And if I'm not mistaken, we just gained 8 people to our community. Or not. No, 5. There's 5 that we just gained to our community. They'll become part of our community when they get to the headquarters. And you may find people roaming around. Like there will be a wandering group that looks just like that, and they'll come up. If you don't have a squad here at the headquarters, then it doesn't trigger them being able to become part of the community. And they'll stand out here and wait. And if y'all ever are into baseball or anything like that, or college baseball, this is where JUCO is played. Right here.
No more to find.
Oh, we found a vehicle.
There's nothing left. We just found a car that looks drivable. Let's try to make a run again.
Okay, try it.
I've missed driving so much. This will help speed up our scavenging. And we can run over the infected if they get too close.
Yes, you can run over the infected.
Well, we're gonna see.
You can run over the infected with your vehicles, but
On my way.
they're going to take damage. And as of right now, I don't know if there is a way to repair them. So you gotta
On my way.
be a little cautious of what you're doing with what. It is nighttime, and yep, here they come. They're going to come into the building.
Horde spotted.
Now, because you have this little fortification wall thing around your personnel, that means they're protected.
Horde spotted.
But that also kind of plays into...
Way. Sir,
Well,
it's almost nightfall.
get back over
We're
there.
on the can already see some infected coming out of their lairs. Waiting orders. Going there.
Okay,
Infected
get
incoming.
ready to defend the zone.
Yeah. They're trying to get in the building. Once they get into range, yep, see, they're going to go try and take them.
Going
If you...
there. Building clear. Requesting support.
Oh, we can't. If they're out in the
Hostiles
open,
inbound.
your squads will get hurt a lot quicker. Like these guys, I don't know if they're going to make it. Oh, they made it inside.
Waiting orders.
Oh, what are you doing?
Waiting orders. We're on the move.
See, they're getting hurt.
Requesting support.
They're getting hurt while they're out and about and exposed. Now, you noticed that over with Squad 1, get this back to where I'm more comfortable, they just walked right into the building. The infected walked right into the building, and we're attacking them. But that's because we haven't claimed that building. We're only searching it. We haven't repurposed it. We haven't fortified it yet. Yep, they just noticed that they're inside the building.
Infected incoming.
But there should be an advantage because we are already inside the building and the infected are trying to come in. And it should work the opposite way. That's why the developers did a little bit of a patch to keep you from bouncing in and out to prevent your people from getting injured. Which they still got injured from, I want to say, just being in the building fighting the infected. We're at a point where I can show you some of my strategies while playing this game.
There are some infected around here.
You can build walls and structures, and like there's the the wooden towers that they'll shoot at the infected and enemies.
Port, spotted.
But one thing I do like to do is to have a vehicle, kind of like a quick reaction force, a QRF, to patrol and kind of
Hostiles inbound. On my way.
move around. And you can have them pull a group larger than this because they're going to be aiming for that vehicle.
Let's do it.
And then pull the infected into the engagement area
Going there.
of your other squads, which is not working right now for some reason.
Going there.
Oh, they are.
On my way.
It's a lot better when you have an assault weapon. That's one of the weapons that you can upgrade to.
Going there.
And you can find other vehicles, SUVs, pickup trucks that I've found so far. I highly suggest you go to like the Steam store. They have a prologue, a free demo, and it gives you a good sense of what the game is like and what it's about.
Chief, the survivors that we took in, they have some important info that we could use. They speak of various kinds of infected animals that they encountered, and other groups of survivors too. But they've lost people recently. It'll take some time for them to integrate. Let me find some jobs and shelter for them.
And here's another point where you have to make a decision. You know, do you let them rest or do you interrogate them? If you opt to let them rest, I'll show you. You let them rest?
Okay, let them rest.
So since I let the survivors that we took in earlier, since I took them in and I let them rest, it gives a little boost for the next 36 hours in game. So based on the happiness, the mood of your colony, it can affect how fast they work or their health. There's a lot of factors going on here. I opted to go ahead and purchase the early access supporter bundle, which I want to see this game do really well. It has a lot of potential. It's a game that mixes in a lot of elements that I haven't seen mashed up before. I know the developers have made some other like 911 operator games that based off the Google thing, but this just piqued my interest because you get to take your hometown and reclaim it. And there's, like I said, there's the events that come up. There's some storyline elements. There's these little things that happen that you make choices, and based off of those choices, that does have repercussions or advantages because of those choices that you make. And this still has a long way to go. I mean, we are super early access. They just recently, I say recently, within the last few months, got the okay from Steam and from the powers that be to go ahead and get this out for an early access support so that they can continue making this game. I mean, just look at this. I mean, there's the college from my hometown. I mean, it's been a while since I've been at my hometown, but I mean, Lincoln Park, it's Stoker Stadium, the baseball field that I want to say Cowan, but my memory's a little faulty on me right now. The historical housing, it's there. This is pulled off of Google Maps, and I'm surviving in my hometown and trying to help other people survive. It's not a city builder. It's a city reclaiming post-apocalyptic game. I'm just really excited about this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you want to see more of this, or if there's a specific town or one of the world wonders or tourist attractions that you would like to see in the game, let me know, and we'll do another video. And until then, bye all.